Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com, and in this video I'm going to show you 8 small business ideas you can do from home in 2017. So the first thing you might look into doing that is becoming more popular is being a social media consultant. So with this, you're consulting, you're helping people build bigger social media businesses. You really don't need any kind of special education or any of that type of stuff. You probably won't need a degree. I've even talked to people who have done this type of stuff just playing around with Facebook or things like that. And then getting good at getting likes, getting good at getting engagement on social media, and then eventually getting hired for very high paying gigs. So you might want to have your own website if you're going to do this. If you want to start your own website, you can do it by following this tutorial on my website, selfmadesuccess.com. How to start a WordPress blog in 3 steps on Bluehost. That'll get you a blog through WordPress, which makes up about 30% of the internet now, and also is going to be very cheap. So it'll only be like $4 a month or less, and it will allow you to customize it as much as you want. As far as alternatives to using WordPress, you could do something like Wix, where you would just go ahead and build a website. Just click Start Now, and it'll walk you through the process of signing up. You'll just have to log in and then start creating your website. Now you can do a free one, you can do a paid one, etc. You'll want to do a professional one if you're going to do this for your business, so you want to have to pay for that. But if you want to set up a profile and you don't want to build a website and pay for that or manage it, then you could start out doing something like Upwork, which is one of the top freelance websites out there. So you could build a freelance profile by going up here and clicking Become a Freelancer, and then you can start making money by applying for the jobs that come up from people hiring. So social media is one of the top ways of getting a brand noticed these days. So for proof of which social media sites you want to start with, if you want to start out becoming a specialist, which is usually the best way to do this, you want to start with something like Facebook. So you can see here that Facebook is number 3 in terms of traffic in the entire world. Then you go down the list, you'll notice that Twitter, number 13, is the next social media platform after Facebook. So you might do Twitter and Facebook. Those are usually the 2 that businesses really want some help with. Instagram has grown a lot. It is number 18 on the list now in terms of traffic in the world. So I would start out with Facebook first, specialize in that, then get to Twitter and then Instagram, and then of course you can work your way down to LinkedIn, Pinterest, and some of these other ones. But you really want to start out with the ones that businesses want help with the most, and you want to start out as a specialist instead of being a jack of all trades. If you want a tool to make this easier, you can get Hootsuite. Just go to hootsuite.com, and it is a overall social media tool that will allow you to schedule posts. It has a tab here for analytics. You can do assignments, you can schedule different things, you can look at streams up here where you make tabs of your different social media streams and stuff like that, and that will allow you to do all kinds of things and manage all your social media clients in one place. So that can help you a lot as far as automation, making your job easier. So number 2 is you could become an artist. So an artist can actually make a very good living through the internet now, whereas before, you had to be just a very well-known artist. You had to do things the hard way. You had to go to shows all the time. You had to really prove yourself. With the internet, you can get your art seen by more people. You don't have to be a super well-known artist to make good money. One place you can sell your art, of course, is Etsy. So you would just click sell on Etsy right here. You start an Etsy store. You can sell shirts. You can sell craft items that you create, art, whether it's canvas or prints or digital downloads. There's all kinds of ways that you can sell your art on Etsy. And it's built just for handmade products and art. If you want to diversify a little bit, another place you could sell art is Amazon Handmade. So you could take advantage of the enormous amount of traffic that Amazon has. If you go back and look at Alexa, it's number 10. So it's in the top 10 in the entire world in terms of traffic. And you can sell your stuff on Amazon Handmade, much like you could with Etsy. So if you want to actually sell physical versions of your art, like if you want to do prints or sell canvas pieces or something like that, and you have a digital download of it, you can upload it and have it shipped via Finerworks. So finerworks.com, you can do that. You would just start your order. You go through the thing here. You add an image, and then you go through the process of starting the order, and then you would have it shipped to the other person as the place to ship the art instead of shipping it to yourself. So that's one thing you can do. I've experimented with Finerworks. They do a great job of getting your order to you quickly. They have great customer support. And they are probably the company I will be using in the future for my future art endeavors. So that is a great thing that you can do. You can have your art sent to people without actually having to ship it, pack it, print it, and all of that yourself. Another thing you can do is become a copywriter. So copywriting is still very hard for machines and stuff like that to do. They need people who are very creative, people who cannot be replaced to do copywriting. A few things I want to recommend if you want to do this, where, by the way, copywriting is basically where you're writing ad copy, so you're helping people through marketing, but the writing side of marketing, like maybe scripts for a TV ad or a YouTube ad, maybe you're writing a full page ad to sell something, maybe you're doing email marketing and you're writing the emails to sell some stuff via email, which is very popular. You're writing ads for Google AdSense or AdWords or something like that. Copywriters cover a lot of different things. So if you want to be good at this, I recommend this book called the Adweek Copywriting Book. This is the one I've been reading, and it is extremely helpful and has a lot of very good information about how to write, the exact process for how to do it, how to look at it, how to use human psychology to do it better. And it's coming from Adweek. Adweek being a very big brand, and Joseph Sugarman, the guy who wrote it, is one of the more well-known copywriters in the last few decades. So pretty much all his secrets are shared in this book. It's very good, very worth the investment. Most courses probably won't even teach you this much, and they would be a lot more. Frank Kern is another person I really look up to as far as copywriting. I think he does a great job with his words as far as marketing goes. He knows how to become a good freelancer and help other brands as a consultant. He knows how to write emails that draw you in and make you want to go to his webinars and learn from him and try reading his books and stuff. So he teaches you a lot about becoming a successful consultant, how to market yourself, how to market for others. And if you just read his emails, even if you don't buy any of his courses, even if you just read his emails, you will learn a lot. So I recommend you get on his list. You just go to frankkern.com, enter your name and email. click yes, I want this, and he'll give you all kinds of cool free stuff, but make sure you read his emails. You'll learn a lot. And if you're doing copywriting and stuff like that, one thing you'll probably want to be good at is writing ads for Google, Facebook, places like that where ads are very popular right now. These are all ads right here. As you can see, they have an ad section at the top of search results. So this is the copy right here. Obviously you have the headline as well. You have the headline, you have the copy, you have the headline, you have the copy, headline, copy. So that's the kind of stuff that copywriters do. Another thing that will help you is something called lead pages. You could try that. That will help you build landing pages where people put in their email. So if you're going to specialize especially in email marketing and copywriting for that, then lead pages is what I would probably recommend, unless you want to start your own website and use something like OptimizePress or something like that. But this will help you use templates to easily collect emails, and then those emails have to go somewhere when you collect them. So I recommend GetResponse for that. I use GetResponse. I've used them for years now. I still love them. They show you previews of it on full email size and mobile, as you can see there. They give you all the things you need. They also have a landing page builder as well if you want to do that instead of lead pages, but you have many options. You just need to be able to organize the emails for clients and send your copywriting to them to help them get sales. Another thing you can do is become an app designer. So apps are a big deal right now. Pretty much every company wants to have their own app. So that's where you could come in. You could create apps for people. You could start out doing stuff maybe like you could with an app builder. So it's a website where you basically build apps, and it's more simplified. So you can build these apps through a website like appypie.com. You can build them for Amazon, Windows, BlackBerry, and of course Android and iPhone. You create your own free app, and they allow you to make this much easier on yourself than having to learn all the code. If you're into coding, you feel like you can do programming and build apps the old-fashioned way, or if you just want to brush up on that side of it, I recommend SoloLearn. This is an app I've used to learn all types of programming languages. They cover Python, C++, Java, all the stuff you need to build apps, and pretty much any other type of software program. So as you can see, they have tutorials, they have quizzes, they have leveling up for your profile. You get to practice as you learn. You have games you can play where you use your programming against someone else in a game. They have a community where you can ask questions, kind of like their own little Reddit type thing or their own little forum. And they have all kinds of lessons to teach you when it comes to this. So learn to code for free, SoloLearn. You can get it on both iPhone and Android devices. It's just under 5 stars for the rating, 4.8 actually. It's very helpful and it's free, and it teaches you how to do programming. So that will really help you if you want to get into that. Freelance writers always going to be in demand unless somehow they create some sort of artificial intelligence software that can start writing articles. You're going to have plenty of work as long as you're pretty good. So I mentioned copywriting earlier. This does not include copywriting. A freelance writer's usual job is going to be more like writing blog posts, articles, maybe writing books as a ghostwriter, stuff like that. So obviously you can get jobs through a site like Upwork. You can be a ghostwriter, which is someone who will like write a short book or write a long article or something, but doesn't take any credit for it. They just get paid. So then the other person who hired you usually will put their name on it. So you could do something like that. There's a lot of ebook businesses out there that need lots of books written for them. So you could do that. Fiverr is another place that you can find work. A lot of people go here to hire people to write on a per blog post basis, so they'll have somebody write a short blog post for them. You can get paid to do that here. These are 20 websites that pay you $50+ to write a blog post or article as a guest writer. So I have Freelance Mom, Income Diary, video editing. I'm not going to go through all of these right now just for the sake of time, but you can look this up on selfmadesuccess.com or on YouTube, and it will show you the websites that will pay you at least $50 for each of your guest posts. Also, another place to find different jobs, and usually these are freelance or by contract, you can go to problogger.com/jobs, and this is nothing but blogging types of work. So basically you write certain blog posts, or you write or edit or something like that. The next thing that you might consider if you want to work from home and have your own small business is tutoring. So if you were good at a very particular subject or particular area in high school or college, you could help tutor people in these areas. And you can do it from home using things like Skype. As you can see here, you want to be good at Skype, just go to skype.com, create your account, it's free, and that allows you to do video calls, of course. Google Hangouts is also free. You can use that to do phone calls, messages, and you can even do group Hangouts where you have multiple people in the same video call as you through Google. So those are two great options for doing these types of lessons. You might have your own website, of course, but if you want to sign up on an established tutoring website to start out, tutor.com is a great option. So you can tutor people through here where people are looking for nothing but tutoring. You can do math, science, all kinds of different subjects, or something more precise, maybe a sub of one of those major subjects. Wiseant.com is another one that is a competitor of tutor.com, so you might do lessons there. But tutoring, definitely something that you can do from home that can be a very high-paying business, because people who don't have money are not going to hire a bunch of tutors. Video editor, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there now. There's a lot of video traffic in general. If you go back and look at traffic right now, YouTube is number 2 in the entire world. It actually passed Facebook not too long ago. So video is supposedly rising every year and is supposed to be the future of most traffic. So it's really good for mobile. It's really good for all devices, and people like videos because you get to see, you get to hear, it involves more of your senses. So you can become a video editor. This way you don't actually have to produce any videos. You just get to help them do the part that they don't have time to do. So you're helping creators on YouTube, you're helping people who do commercials, you're helping people who do video ads, movies, TV shows, etc., depending on what you get into. But for a simple video editor, the one I use is Movie Video Editor. It's very good. It has chroma key if you want to use green screens and all that stuff. If you want to see kind of what that looks like, you can see that here. You can import your files here, import your audio. You can do a lot of different things. You have all kinds of transitions. You have different titles. You can add text in a lot of different places. You have filters. You have all kinds of different things that you can add to change the speed, change the fades, have effects, change the volume of different types of audio. You can rotate and flip the screen. You can crop the screen. You can do color adjustments, zoom, chroma key, like I mentioned, highlight and conceal stuff that you don't want people to see in videos. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do, but just for something that's a one-time payment and isn't going to cost you too much money, that can be a great option. If you want to go to the next level, you want to just go ahead and get the best out there that you can pretty much get as a video editor. You can get something like Camtasia Studio by TechSmith. So you would go to techsmith.com/video-editor.html to end up on this page, or just search Camtasia in Google. And Camtasia is a very in-depth, professional type of video editor. Has a lot more bells and whistles than the Movavi one I showed you, or any of the free ones that you'll ever come across. But as far as pricing, it's not cheap, as you can see. I mean, it's not terrible, $200. I think Movavi was about $50 or a little bit less. But as far as Camtasia, that's one of the best ones that you can get. So you can help all these YouTube channels out. You can help create these ads like you see here. You can help TV shows, movies, all kinds of stuff. Last but not least, you can do an online listing business. Now, this is something a lot of people never think to do, but people are always selling stuff. And when people are selling stuff, there is money to be made. So you can go on a site, let's say you create your own site with this tutorial through WordPress, or you create your own Wix site. You can help people sell their stuff for either a flat fee or a percentage, or even give them the choice between the two. So it's very simple. That would be like the only thing you're really offering. Now you can add to that later on, but you would be helping people sell their cars, their electronics, their maybe their vintage clothes, maybe their boat, maybe their house, whatever. You're helping them sell all these different things, and you could get a percentage or you could get a flat fee for doing it. So you're just listing it on the internet. You don't want to get in, you got to be careful about not getting involved and being the actual seller, especially if you do like real estate and stuff like that. You have to basically just get them traffic through listings, make the listings sound good, and do it for sale by owner in the owner of the product's name. So if you're selling a car for somebody, don't act like you are the one selling it. Make the ad for them, but make sure that they're making their calls and they're, going to the actual owner for the paperwork that they need and everything. So you can use eBay, you can use Craigslist. I've sold stuff for people a lot of different ways, but I've done a lot of listings, for instance, on Craigslist for people, and that can be a great way to make some extra money. Or you could probably turn it into a very good business, like Sophia Amoruso, I think is her name, and she created nastygal.com, and she sells vintage clothing, and she started out with just a small eBay store. So other than that, that's it for this video. Hopefully this was helpful to you. I tried to give you as many tools and examples and stuff as I could, but as far as starting a small business, there's never been an easier time to do it. So I encourage you to be more self-sufficient and help yourself become more of an entrepreneur or a freelancer, because the job market, we don't know where it's going to go with all this artificial intelligence and automation coming our way. So if you got something from this video, if you feel like you learned something, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if you want to let me know what you thought about the video, or add some other business ideas or your experiences about these, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, get your feedback, and I'll have the links that I mentioned, examples, related content, notes, all that stuff on one page for you at selfmadesuccess.com in the coming days, and I'll get a link in the description for you as well. So other than that, I hope the video was helpful for you, and I hope you have a great day.